The Civil Liberty Organization (CLO) has urged the federal government to pay a sum of 1.1 trillion naira judgment debt for Samboro Dam disaster in Samboro community in Niger State. While addressing journalists in Abuja, Executive Director, Civil Liberty Society, Ibushiku Ezeke, said the organization has put in place series of activities to ensure that the federal government obey a court ruling which granted succor to inhabitants of the Samboro community by awarding them cost of 1.1 trillion for destruction of their livelihoods and forceful eviction. Ezeke explained that the head of the Samboro community and 2,884 community members on April 24, 2023 filed a complaint with the court in case number NSHC/KUT/C/2023. Also, the community lawyer Mohammed Undarani, senior advocate of Nigeria SAN, filed the suit challenge the government on the damaging impact of the dam on the community and demanded compensation. Track of 1. Also speaking, President, Civil Society Organization Igo Akereha said the community suffers after government built dam overflow. Also, government abandoned the thousands of people living in the community without any support. Akerega said government action has caused financial hardship for the farmers and the community at large.
A call on the federal government to respect the court and pay the judgment sum of 1.1 trillion naira awarded to Samboro community. The CLO welcomes you to this important press briefing. The organization is by this public advocacy invoking its power under its democracy and governance mandate to draw local and international attention to the prevailing plight of the inhabitants of Samboro community in Madak local district, Rafi local government area of Niger State, and within hours and days, parties ordered the Federal Ministry of Mines and Power to pay 1.1 trillion naira as compensation for damages caused to affected Samboro community. The landmark judgment. The CLO is singling out for commendation the legal depth and courage of Justice Mohammed, who handed down the order in the lengthy ruling.
So this is the document of the Samboro community. You know what's happening in Niger State? Bandits everywhere, and then the government tries to, well, it's a good intention, it's part of the government, create a dam to provide power, but in doing that, the governments have a responsibility to conduct proper environmental impact assessment of how it will affect, the community. They didn't do that. So the dam overflowed while it is still under control, overflowed, and we don't know the number of people. There is hundreds of thousands of community inhabitants there were swept into the bush, swept into the streets, and so that is the problem. And worried by, and these are farmers, peasant people who don't have money. A senior advocate saw their plight and went to court to challenge the government. Because ordinarily, nobody should even sue the government. The government, as a matter of responsibility, should have provided for the community. But since the government didn't do that, a lawyer took it up and the judgment has been entered. As to your question whether, yes, the government have right of appeal, but we're also saying that if the government is even going to appeal, as we speak, the people on the street, they don't have a house, they can't go to their farm, there's water everywhere. Who is even taking care of them? So as a civil society organization, we feel that we need to draw attention to this. We can't have the government. Chapter 4 of the Constitution is very clear that the purpose of government is for the security and welfare of citizens.